Hi guys, and welcome back to a brand new piercing FAQ video. Oh my gosh, I went on my Instagram and I asked for all of your piercing questions that you want to be answered. So make sure you do come and follow me on Instagram and then you can get into maybe the next video. Now I have all the questions here. Now, oh my gosh guys, there was a huge response. So if I don't get to yours, I'm very sorry. But if you just look, like if I just scroll, like it's just endless. So I'm sorry if I don't get to your question. Like there's so many here. So let's get straight into it. Advice on hiding my septum from my parents. I got it done and they won't be happy if I tell. Naughty, naughty Ali Jade. All you do to hide your septum piercing is you have to flip it up. Now, I need to take one of the spikes off in order to do it on my one because the spikes are quite large. So just... I got like a funny shaped septum, so I have to kind of like do this and make a weird face to make it fit. But I mean, like yeah, it's done. If you could only keep one piercing, what would it be? Bastard! Oh! Probably my lip piercing here. I've always loved it. I don't know what it is. I just really love this lip piercing. I've always, like, I don't know, I've just been obsessed with it ever since I had it done. I just like it. It's one of the ones that I really love. Also, this is kind of cheating, but if I was to take my dermal conch punch out with my big hole here, like, that won't close over, so technically I'd still have that one. Once a piercing is healed, can it close after a while not using it? So this will depend on everyone, like everyone's body's different. I've said this a few times, like I can keep my ears out for quite a while and they don't tend to close over. It depends on like where it is, like how thick the cartilage is. Like my anti-tragus piercing, if I take that out, it does sort of close over quite quickly, but that's only because, you know, it's a lot thicker piece of ear. You kind of just have to test it yourself and just see how long you can keep it out before it gets a little bit too tight. So take it out for an hour, put it back in. If it's okay, then like next time take it out for 2 hours and then put it back in and just, you know, prolong the period until you kind of get to that stage where it's like, this is kind of the limit. Would you ever get a bridge piercing? Now, a little while ago, some of you might remember I did like a fake piercing video about how to fake piercings, and I got 2 spikes and I stuck them here on the top of my bridge. I put like a little clip here so you can see. And you know, people thought it was real, some people thought it was fake, like it was like a difficult thing. Like it sort of fooled some not others. A bridge piercing, I think they look really good, and you know, it's something that I have considered before, but the only thing is they do reject, and I really just don't want a scar like here on the top of my nose. Like bridge piercings are very rare for them not to reject, so I don't know. I like the way they look, but I think if I can fake it, I'll just fake it. But if not, like I don't think it's something that I will actually do. Do you agree with people getting their cat's ears pierced? What? That's a thing. Like people, what? If I ever saw someone pierce their cat's ear, I would go insane on them. Like what? So no is the answer. That's insane. Do you think piercing should be more widely accepted at work and school? So work, yes. I think there are certain obviously jobs that, you know, piercings are going to be a hindrance. Like if you're going to be like a policeman or you know a firefighter, all these kind of things where you know you could get them caught. Like say you've got loads of earrings. Say if I was like a police officer and you know someone was trying to get away from me, they could quite easily pull some of my earrings and it would really hurt, and I would just become like almost paralyzed. You know, I get there's some jobs where you can't, but I think when you're working in an office, if you're you know working in plate buildings and things, like I just don't understand this notion of piercings make you look unprofessional. Like I just don't get that at all. I think it's such a cavemanish view to have. In school, I do think it's a bit different. I think, like obviously in England, we have to wear uniforms when we go to school. We also wear school uniforms. I know places in America you don't have to, some of you do, I'm not too sure. My school personally, they allowed us to do whatever we want. There wasn't really restrictions. Like there were people in school who had eyebrow piercings and loads up their ears and stuff. I didn't have anything back in school, but you know, there were a lot of people with that. So we were quite lucky in our school that it was quite free. The only thing is you would have to take everything out for like PE. Like they would always be like, you've got to take it out, you've got to take it out. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. If you were to look like me in school, I think it's a bit much. Personally, I'm glad I didn't look like this when I was in school, because anything else that would have made me stood out more to get me bullied, like no thanks. If your anti-tragus piercing ever healed up, would you get it done again? Hell no. Oh my gosh. I mean, I spoke about this before, but my anti-tragus piercing, which this one here, was the most painful thing I've ever been in my life. The piercer literally was like struggling to get it through because my cartilage was so like tough. I almost fainted. It was pain. Like I was audibly distressed. I was going, and I never normally make sounds when I get piercings. Like it was the worst thing I've ever had, and I will never go through that again. Never. Do you think you could ever be completely piercing less? So this is an interesting question because it's almost become my job now. So it's like a weird thing to be like, oh, if I was to take them out, you know, oh, well, people like me still, but like, I mean, obviously at my stage in my life at the moment, I love them and I wouldn't want to take them out. I don't know what I'm going to feel like when I'm older. Like, I never thought I'd get this many when I was younger. I thought I'd have a limit by now, but I haven't stopped. So I honestly can't answer this question because I actually don't know. But for now, in the foreseeable future, this is me. Is there a difference in healing with normal conch versus conch punch? Not really, you just have to be more careful when you have a punch because obviously it's like a larger surface area. It's not like stretching, like you've literally taken a massive chunk out of your ear. So, you know, the hole that's trying to heal is a lot bigger. So there's more area to be infected, there's more area to inflame. So it's just, you know, the first initial part of healing is a bit different because again, it's a larger hole. But like the healing process and how you look after it's pretty much the same. Is it bad if my helix piercing are itchy? So if they're new, it's very common for new piercings to feel itchy and a little bit irritated and like you kind of want to scratch and stuff. Leave them alone, do not do that, but it is very common. If you've had the piercing for a long time, you might have an allergy to the material that the bar's made out of, so I would go and see a piercer and let them see it, but it's very common for new piercings to feel itchy. Is it normal for pus to keep leaking out even months after the piercing was supposed to heal? No. If this is happening to you and you're still having this kind of stuff, you can try and use tea tree oil, you can try and get rid of the infection yourself, which is what I've done in the past, but I would always advise if this is happening, go and see a piercer, let them examine it, let them see what it looks like because they're going to give so much better advice than I'm just going to be able to do on this video because without seeing it personally, it's kind of hard to tell. What are the most expensive piercings? I mean, this definitely will depend on where you live. Like in London, like things are going to be more expensive because, you know, the building rents of like the place of the piercings is more expensive. So that does generally raise the price a lot of it. Genital piercings and like more intimate piercings cost more than like an ear piercing. You know, a generic ear, getting your left earlobe pierced, it's got to be like nothing compared to getting your, you know, conch pierced, your nipple done. So it just depends on where on the body it is. But genital piercings and the more intimate piercings are the more expensive ones. Besides rainbow, what would your next favorite color scheme be for your jewelry? I actually kind of want to go to like silver and just go like shiny, just go shiny silver and have all my ears kind of like silvery. I've just kind of wanted that for a little while. I'm kind of a bit bored of the purpley now. Although purple is my favorite color, it's been like this about a year and a half and I do kind of want to try something different and like just going like all silver isn't something I would normally do, but I kind of have like a drive to do that, so let me know what you think. So I hope I've answered lots of your questions today and you're happy with what happened. Again, I tried to do as many as I could, but there were so many there. So don't worry, make sure you come and follow on Instagram, and next time I ask for piercing questions, I'll probably do another one of these in a couple of weeks. You'll be able to get your questions in. Make sure you hit the like button because it's really help me out. All my social links are down below. And I'll see you all very soon for a brand new video. So be fast, amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be, and don't let the bitches they take on with you because you are flawless. Yes! Hello, gorgeous people. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. I am going to give a quick extra special shout out to my top tier Patreons: Curtis Mitchell, Galaxy Star Fire, Catherine Lamb, Kelly Bowser, Kia, Michelle Erickson, Nikki NG, and Philippa Clark. Thank you so much for becoming my top tier Patreons and helping me, you know, do this full time. I love you all so much. I will see you all next time. Bye!